just did a honey mask, pure honey. Very excited about it because now I have this like glowing after. But that's not why I'm recording this. Um, Something that came over me. It was actually I was, like I said, after I cleaned my face, I just reminisced a bit. I had a moment where I looked into my own eyes, and I thought about the fact that I have a lot of teeth in my mouth. It was so weird, but I just thought about that and I just said, you have a lot of teeth, and you're not shy about showing it, showing your teeth. And then I kind of had a flashback to when I was shy about showing my teeth, and this brought about the it brought about the flashback. It brought up a flashback when I was afraid to smile, or when in a crowded room or in a noisy room I could not hear my own voice. So I thought about that, and I thought about, being in my teenage years and, you know, um, wanting to fit in and finding yourself, and ego is running amok. I mean, just being ego. I mean, just really operating from that space. And, you know, I was a class clown, I wanted to be the most beautiful one, or, in school they have, best looking, best dressed, things of that nature. And, had a really good desire to be that, but didn't believe in myself, didn't think I was attractive enough to be that. Wanted to be the most athletic, but I felt like I didn't fit the stereotype of what an athletic person looked like. So I settled on something that, people don't really expect much from a clown. They just only expect to laugh, a lot of the time at the clown. So I settled for that for a long time. And I remember I can remember looking at photos back then that, it's funny how I made everyone else laugh, but I couldn't quite make my own self laugh, And in photos where I'm smiling, you would always see like a half smile, and I go, like this, I was always embarrassed of this tooth right here. You can see it, because it's kind of crooked. So I would do my best to kind of like hide that tooth. So I would be like that. So I really have pictures like that where I'm going like that. And yeah, that was my story. And all because I was looking for, in high school, of course, looking to fit in, looking for validation and whatnot. And trying to take on what beauty meant outside there and outside in society. Being told about, the fact that I was dark skinned, and how that was a problem. And you're not beautiful, Heard this over and over again from family members and friends and colleagues, and for so long wanted to do whatever I could to please. A lot of stuff. So, and it all boils down to wanting to, or looking outside for validation, and also not being able to hear my own voice in a clouded space. And the reason was clouded because all these voices were in my head, and I heard them so much that I took them on and I thought they were my voice. So, that was a big moment for me. And I can also remember just being around friends around this time, and because I was a class clown, I was very, very attuned and obedient to what was expected of me, and I lived up to it. You know, there was no such thing as heart-to-heart moments, none of that. So all this go back to say about the perceptions that we have of ourselves. Are they truly our own, or do they come out of all of the chatter, all of the noise that plays over and over and over in our heads? I heard something interesting recently about how on any given day we have about 50,000 thoughts in our mind, just going on and on and on. Very repetitive too. And then tomorrow, guess what? It's the same thoughts. And the day after tomorrow, the same thoughts. It's just the same cycle. And when you hear things so much, I guess you start to believe them. And for me, I did. So I never really wondered about how many teeth I had in my mouth, because for me, there was no reason to show it, just to smile. I was so embarrassed, I was so ashamed of it. So, but I remember one moment I was in a bathroom in one of my first apartments. I remember being in a mirror like this and having a moment where I kind of just looked at myself in my eyes. And for the first time, I don't know why I was smiling or why I was laughing, but I did. And I remember saying, wow, you're handsome. You're a very handsome guy. 2, you have a very beautiful smile. And it was so, I mean, I don't know where it came from, but, and as I think about it, I don't even know if I believed it, but it was true. It was true for me. It was true. There was no fiber in my being that was trying to resist it. It was just so true as breathing. It was like breathing for me. And that was the first glimpse I had of what my voice sound like. For that moment,